YTBC, what's the deal? So I was doing another prospect hunt and I found a guy who just fought this past Saturday. His name is Wallisch. He just fought this past Saturday against Ivica Bakarin, and he was a last minute replacement, and Wallisch won that fight in 12th round. His replacement was 23 wins, 9 losses, and 1 defeat. One thing I noticed about Wallisch, the WBO has him rated number 11, and he held on to his WBO European heavyweight championship title. So he's right outside the top 10. I looked on BoxRec. They have him rated number 75, just to give you a feel for who's rated around him. Guys like Gary Cornish, Oscar Rivas is number 72. Donovan Dennis is number 71. He's getting ready to fight on a ShoBox card against Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Jason Bergman's number 77. He's getting ready to fight Joseph Parker. And number 78 is Otto Wallen, another guy I did a prospect video on. So they have him number 75. He's right there with the other prospects, and I think Gary Cornish was 76. So I've seen him fight 4 times. He's 16-0 with the 10 knockouts. I've seen some sparring footage of him too. I've seen the Alexander Call fight. It was a quick beat down for what I've seen. He landed a whole bunch of unanswered right hands. You know what I mean? Wallisch, he's 6'5", 240 pounds, 30 years old, turned pro about 5 years ago. His best punch to me is his right hand, whether he throws it straight or overhand. It's his right hand. His jab is stiff. He kind of fights with his hands low, kind of a la Vitaly Vladimir a little bit. He stands very upright though. I mean, his head is right there to be hit. He has no head movement at all. His defense is pretty much put up the high guard, let you get off, and then he tries to push you. That's what he did in all of his fights that I watched. The Tabio Tuacha fight, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Tabio was a former cruiserweight, well, the Italy cruiserweight champion, and he held on to the Italy heavyweight title also. He was 27-4. You know, he came in shape, but he's a smaller guy, and you know he was Wallisch was stepping right to him with low hands, but he was using his jab and his right hand combination. When he got backed up against the ropes, he pretty much, like I said, threw up the high guard and pushed him off. And he put Tabio down with right hands, just beat him down. Got him out there in the 2nd round. Then I see him fight Jakob Saglum. Some of you remember him. He just fought Joseph Parker. He beat Marcel Zeller. Zeller fought guys like Fury and Edmund Gerber and Erkin Tepper. He won the 10-rounder against him, you know, when Saglum was 27-0. You know, Saglum's 6'4". He comes in shape. And that was Wallisch's, that was his what? His 15th fight. You know, his 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th fight were all scheduled 10-rounders. And then his 15th and 16th fight was 12-rounders. So they're putting him in there in 10 and 12 rounders quickly. You know, they're not waiting for him to you know, waiting for his 15th, 16th fight to finally put him in there in the 10-rounder. He's been in 10-rounders since the 7th fight, so I like to see that. He has beat some journeymen that I've recognized. You know, I like what I see. He's just standing straight up. He's very powerful. You know, you might see him in the top 10 if he keeps winning, and he's going to be one of those guys that's going to fight, you know, probably one of your favorites at heavyweight. You're not going to know who he is. But that's no excuse because I'm putting out the prospect video of him. 6'5", 240, 30 years old, you know, decent amateur pedigree. I looked on BoxRec. They have him 1 spot rated lower than Tom Schwartz, who I also done a prospect video on. I like to see him and Tom Schwartz in a prospect showdown. Tom Schwartz is a lot younger, though. He's 21 when Wallisch is 30 years old. Spent time in the amateurs a little bit longer, but very strong, very capable. You know, chin, I don't know. He does go back decently. I did see him land some good body shots. Saglum took him deep, you know what I mean? And he landed some good body shots in that fight. He showed that his power can last to the 12th round. He knocked down Bikarin in that fight with a big right hand. So I want to see more of him, but he's very upright, doesn't move his head a lot. He's just big and strong. But in the heavyweight division, anything can happen. But I want to see more of Wallisch. YTBC. I'm out.